Hey, so this is probably something that's not been on the YouTube screen for quite a while. It's the GS550 Cowl and mudguard, which is there. Now, I've kind of been putting this off whilst I've been concentrating on the more important bits of the GS, such as the engine. It needs to move. Now that I'm happy with that, I can go back to sort of finalising all these little bits as well. I can put the ballistic battery back into the bike as well, so we can see if it runs, not in this episode, but in the next episode we can see if it runs up and down the driveway, because it's not taxed, it's not MOT. I can't take it onto public roads. Luckily, the short driveway outside my house is private property, so I can take it up and down that without getting MOT or tax, so that's fine. But today is the Cowl, so this is exactly where I left it. And well, did I even make a video on it? I don't think I did. Right, so anyway, cut a long story short, you'll remember that it wasn't blue to begin with. It was like a dark grey with an orange stripe going up it. I decided to paint the tank blue after that because it didn't stand out enough for me. Maybe it was just me getting bored of it, but anyway, I sprayed the tank blue and white, and now I need to do the same with the Cowl. The Cowl is just going to be a single blue, but because we painted the Cowl first of all in rattle can paint, this stuff, it doesn't work well with the cellulose paint. What you get is when you spray cellulose paint on it, you get a cracking, or you can see it more obvious here. So there's this cracking sort of. So I've been trying to give this a prime, and it's, you know, it's still cracking, and I've tried to sand it all the way down, but I haven't. You know, there's a few little bits that that are left on there. But anyway, today I'm going to sand it down a bit more. So I've got a few little dents and things that I just need to get out. Sand it a bit more. I'm going to prime it. I'm going to put a blue coat over it, and then will I put a clear coat? I've got clear coats here. I have got the clear coat paint, so it will have a clear coat eventually. I'm just trying to figure out whether I'm going to do it now or wait until no, do you know what, let's wait until I'm doing the whole bike as one, then I don't have to clean my gun in between things and all sorts. So anyway, that is the job for today, is to sand this smoother, put a primer on it and get the blue coat, and then we can get the bike looking nicer. So I'm not bothered with this bit here. I'm not going to sand that down. I'm not going to, you know, if it cracks this bit, then that's fine with me, because that's going to be in the seat. It's going to be hidden. No one's ever going to see that. So, I mean, I know some people would say to do it, but, you know, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. So let's not. This side needs to be done a bit more as well. If there's one tip I can give you at the end of this video that you can take away with, and that is clean your gun, dismantle it to as many little pieces as you can and make sure that you've cleaned every single surface, nook and cranny and everything, because the last thing you want is bits of the previous paint, bits of thick paint in your spray. That's just going to ruin your paint job. So take everything apart. So today is the next morning after I've sprayed the cowl. Now obviously cellulose paint does dry really quickly, so I mean if you leave it 20 minutes it'll be dry to the touch then. But ideally you need to let it cure and harden and everything like that. So I have left it until the next morning to do this end bit here. And I have with me the cowl and with the seat on top. Now before any of you say anything, I'm going to reupholster this in proper leather. At the moment it's some hard plastic and it doesn't really look, I mean it looks okay, for what it is. The stitching's alright, but it's not real leather. There's no sort of tonal contrast through the leather that makes it look authentic. So that is going to be changed, but we have the cowl all nice and blue. I was kind of thinking whether I should put a fat stripe with a thin stripe going down to replicate the tank, but after sort of thinking about it in my head and photoshopping it up, because the tank stripe is going diagonally across the tank, I think it would look a bit strange if that was then going straight. If the tank was going straight, then we could carry the design over the back, but no, I think that it'll just ruin it. So I'm just going to leave it flat baby blue or Fiat Valaria blue for the time being. But that is it, I'm happy with this. We've also got the front fender done. The next stages, as you've seen, I've not properly put them on the bike yet. The next stages for these is the clear coat and the tank, obviously. I'm a bit nervous about that. I haven't done a clear coat before. I've sprayed plenty of things, and the best thing about cellulose paint is that it does give you a really nice shine without having to buff it down. A lot of car manufacturers, when they used cellulose paint back in the day, just left it like this. They didn't bother putting a gloss coat, but I want that extra sheen, so I'm going to do that. So I am pretty nervous for that next one. So that will be another video, is the clear coat, and then I think that we've got the paint scheme done on the GS. I've painted all the little engine accent bits black now from that grey that we had originally. So the next stage is, I think, apart from the exhaust strap, is to take the bike out and see how it goes. Yeah, let's do that next week. You can actually see me riding it. I've not ridden it yet. That'll be my first go, so I will video and document my first ride on the bike. But that's it. It's exciting, the GS is nearly there, it's nearly time to go on the road, and it is February time today, it's the beginning of February, so yeah, it looks like we might have it on the road for spring. So also coming up over the next couple of weeks will be the CX500, that is progressing. We've got more electrics to be done on that, we've got the exhaust to be done on that, we've got the CB750 as well, so the back needs to be cut down, that might be this weekend's job. So if you want to stay up to date with these three bikes, then subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, you can see what I'm doing day to day on that, and I will see you. I have no idea what day it is today. Friday? Yes, it's a Friday today, so I will see you on Monday for another video. Peace! Did I just actually say that?